Imagine this. You wake up one morning and the world seems to doubt you. Your company is losing value, your critics are laughing, and your investors are calling you crazy. But instead of breaking down, you smile. Because deep inside, you know one thing: a comeback is already beginning. This is the story of Elon Musk, the man who turned failure into fire, who took Tesla from the edge of collapse and drove it toward the dream of a $5 trillion value. A story of innovation, courage, sleepless nights, and unstoppable belief. Today, you'll hear the full journey, spoken simply, clearly, and powerfully. So sit back, relax, and listen closely. When Elon Musk first joined Tesla, the company was small, unknown, and nearly broke. Most people didn't believe in electric cars. They called them toys for rich people, or said they would never work. But Musk had something different: vision. He said, "We're not just building cars, we're building the future." That vision would guide Tesla through years of chaos and courage. In the early days, Tesla struggled. Production delays, battery problems, and a mountain of debt almost killed the dream. Musk poured in his own money, sold his homes, and worked days and nights to save it. He slept in the factory, ate cold pizza with engineers, and said, "If something is important enough, you do it, even if the odds are against you." By 2010, Tesla went public. It was a small step, but an important one. The world began to see Tesla not as a joke, but as a company that might actually survive. Still, survival wasn't success. Musk wanted more. He wanted the Tesla comeback story to be one of the greatest in business history. Years passed. Tesla created the Model S, a car that changed everything. It was beautiful, fast, and clean. It won awards, broke records, and made people rethink what a car could be. For a moment, the dream felt real. But soon came another storm. Competitors entered the field. Governments shifted their policies. The stock market crashed, and Tesla's share price fell hard. Critics said the company was finished. Some headlines even called Musk a fraud. But he didn't quit. He said, "I don't ever give up. I'd have to be dead or completely incapacitated." That stubbornness became Tesla's greatest weapon. Inside the company, morale was low. Production delays on the Model 3 nearly broke the team. Musk worked 120 hours a week, slept on the floor, and fought through exhaustion. Many people left, but those who stayed believed. The turning point came when Tesla finally solved its production nightmare. Cars began rolling off the line faster than ever before. Each one represented survival, progress, and faith. Within months, the company turned profitable. That was the first spark of the great Tesla comeback. The market responded. The share price climbed, then exploded. Investors returned. People who once laughed began to believe again. Tesla became a symbol, not just of cars, but of resilience. Still, Musk wasn't satisfied. He said, "We're just getting started." Tesla launched new factories in China, Germany, and Texas. It developed new battery technology, solar roofs, and energy storage systems. Each idea pushed the world closer to a sustainable future. As Tesla's influence grew, so did Musk's dream. He began to speak about something incredible: the possibility of a $5 trillion company value. To most, it sounded impossible, but those who knew Musk understood. He never dreamed small. To reach that level, Tesla needed more than cars. It needed an ecosystem, energy, AI, software, and autonomous driving. It needed to become not just an automaker, but a technology empire. And slowly, that vision began to take shape. Tesla's autopilot improved. Its data systems became smarter. Its battery range extended. And every small victory brought the company one step closer to the impossible. The Elon Musk leadership style was unique, tough, emotional, unpredictable, but deeply visionary. He demanded perfection and punished mediocrity. Some called him harsh, others called him genius. Whatever the truth, one thing was clear: he got results. And behind every bold statement, behind every tweet, there was strategy. When Musk spoke, markets moved. When he acted, industries shifted. That ability to lead through vision and momentum became the heart of Tesla's rise. By 2025, Tesla was not just a car company, it was a movement, driving humanity toward a cleaner, smarter planet. Investors, fans, and critics all agreed on one thing: Tesla had changed the world. But for Musk, change was never enough. He wanted transformation. He wanted Tesla to stand as proof that no matter how far you fall, you can rise again. That, right there, is the essence of a comeback. The Tesla comeback, the Elon Musk leadership, and the dream of a $5 trillion value, they were no longer just headlines. They became symbols of hope, hard work, and the relentless power of belief. The real magic of the Tesla comeback wasn't in the money or the technology. It was in the mindset. Elon Musk always said, "Great companies are built on great products, not on advertising." And that's exactly what Tesla did. While other automakers spent billions on commercials, Tesla spent nothing. Instead, it built cars so good that people became the advertisement. Customers became storytellers. Fans became ambassadors. Each Tesla driver became a moving billboard for the future. They shared their experiences online, talked about electric power, clean energy, and the silent strength of a Tesla car. This organic growth, this human connection, was part of the secret behind the company's rise. But the road wasn't smooth. Competition grew tougher. Every major car company began making electric vehicles. From Europe to Asia, new names entered the race. Yet Tesla stayed ahead, not because it was lucky, but because it was hungry. Musk's leadership kept the fire alive. He told his team, "We don't follow trends, we make them." Inside Tesla's factories, innovation never slept. Robots worked beside humans. New materials were tested daily. Every screw, every circuit, every bolt was improved again and again. The culture was relentless. It wasn't easy. Many employees cried, fought, and quit. But those who stayed understood. They were part of something historic. Then came the revolution of autonomy, self-driving technology, a dream that sounded impossible. But Musk believed it was the next frontier. He said, "The future is coming faster than you think." Tesla began collecting billions of miles of driving data, training its AI systems, making cars smarter, safer, and more independent. Every line of code was a small step toward that $5 trillion value. Because this wasn't just about cars, it was about data, software, and intelligence. And in the 21st century, those were the most valuable currencies of all. When analysts looked at Tesla, they started to see it differently, not as an automaker, but as a tech giant. A company that learned from every mile, from every user, from every failure. And that continuous learning gave Tesla an edge no one else could match. But every rise has its shadow. Elon Musk's personality became both his strength and his storm. His tweets shook markets. His words inspired millions, but scared investors. He laughed in the face of risk, and sometimes that cost him dearly. Yet somehow even his chaos added to the legend. People couldn't look away. Critics said he was reckless. Fans said he was fearless. The truth was, he was both. That mix of genius and unpredictability fueled the myth of Musk, and it made the Tesla comeback not just a business story, but a cultural movement. One day, during a long interview, Musk was asked, "What drives you to keep going?" He looked quiet for a moment and said softly, "I just want to be useful." That line captured the heart of his mission. He didn't want fame, he wanted impact, to make the planet better, to make humanity survive, to push us beyond our limits. Tesla became the tool for that vision. Every car, every battery, every software update, it was all a piece of something bigger. Musk often said, "I could either watch it happen or be part of it." He chose to build it. Meanwhile, Tesla's stock price became a symbol of belief. It went up and down like a roller coaster. People got rich, others lost money. But everyone agreed it was never boring. Each rise felt like a victory, each fall like a test. And through it all, Musk stood tall, often smiling, sometimes tired, but always driven. He knew the $5 trillion value wasn't just a number. It was a statement, a challenge to the world that change was possible. It said, "We can build an industry that does not destroy the planet. We can make profit and protect the Earth at the same time." In many ways, Tesla became the beating heart of a new economy. An economy of green energy, artificial intelligence, and sustainable growth. Other companies followed its path. Governments took notice. Laws began to change. Charging stations multiplied. Fossil fuels started losing ground. That was the power of vision. That was the legacy of Elon Musk's leadership. And that's why the Tesla comeback mattered, not just for investors, but for everyone alive today. As time passed, Tesla reached new milestones. Its cars dominated roads across the world. Its batteries powered homes and cities. And its software became smarter every single day. People no longer saw Tesla as a car. They saw it as the future itself. By now, Musk had done what few ever could. He made the impossible inevitable. The dream of a $5 trillion value wasn't a fantasy anymore. It was a destination slowly coming into view. But even then, he didn't stop. He kept asking questions no one dared to ask. What if cars could think for themselves? What if homes could run on sunlight forever? What if humanity could live on Mars one day? Every idea, every invention, every bold step was connected. It was all part of the same vision, to move the world forward, no matter the cost. And that is the spirit behind Tesla. Not just machines, but meaning. Not just cars, but courage. Not just wealth, but willpower. That's what makes this comeback legendary. The story of a man who wouldn't give up, a company that refused to die, and a dream that grew larger than life itself. The story of the Tesla comeback didn't just happen in boardrooms or factories. It happened in the hearts of people around the world who believed in change. Every time someone charged their car instead of filling a gas tank, they became part of the revolution. Every time a kid saw a Tesla glide down the road, silent and smooth, they saw proof that the future could be clean. It wasn't only about Elon Musk anymore. It was about humanity moving forward together. As Tesla grew, the company began changing entire industries. The energy market, the transportation market, even the software world all felt the impact. Traditional automakers started scrambling to keep up. Oil giants started investing in renewable energy. It was as if Tesla had thrown a stone into a still pond and the ripples reached everywhere. Musk often said, "Tesla is not just a car company, it's an engine for change." And he meant it. Through bold risks and relentless innovation, Tesla became a symbol of possibility. Its leadership culture encouraged daring ideas, no matter how crazy they sounded. Engineers were told, if it breaks, fix it. If it doesn't exist, build it. That freedom to create became Tesla's secret weapon. Meanwhile, the company's technology was evolving at a breathtaking pace. Tesla's gigafactories, the giant production plants, rose like modern cathedrals of progress. Each one capable of producing hundreds of thousands of vehicles and millions of battery cells every year. They weren't just factories, they were monuments to persistence. Inside those massive buildings, innovation never stopped. Robots moved like dancers, assembling vehicles with precision. AI monitored every step. The speed was stunning. Where once Tesla struggled to make a few thousand cars a month, now it could make that many in days. The comeback had become an evolution. But success always comes with new battles. As Tesla's power grew, so did the pressure. Critics argued that its valuation was too high, that the dream of a $5 trillion value was just fantasy. They said the world would catch up, that Tesla's magic would fade. But Musk didn't listen. He never listened to noise. He listened only to vision. When asked about competition, Musk replied, "Our true competitor is not another company, it's the clock. The question is, can we change the world fast enough?" That was the mindset that kept Tesla ahead. While others waited, Tesla acted. While others planned, Tesla built. Every quarter, new projects launched. Solar roofs, power walls, Cybertrucks, humanoid robots. Each one felt impossible, yet somehow they happened. The Elon Musk leadership style became legendary for one thing: execution. He didn't just dream, he delivered. He didn't just imagine the future, he engineered it. And that's what separated him from almost everyone else in Silicon Valley. But behind the headlines, Musk was still human. He faced burnout, criticism, lawsuits, even public embarrassment. He made mistakes, said the wrong things, pushed too hard. And yet, every time he stumbled, he got back up. Because for him, failure was never the end. It was just data. Data to improve, to refine, to rise stronger. That resilience inspired millions. People from all over the world started using the word comeback differently. They didn't just think of sports teams or movie stars anymore. They thought of Tesla, of a company that came back from the edge and changed everything. The numbers spoke for themselves. Tesla's market cap exploded. Its profits grew. Its name became synonymous with innovation and integrity. Even skeptics started to admit that Tesla had done something no one else could. But Elon Musk wasn't celebrating yet. He once said, "I'm not looking for a happy ending. I'm looking for a never-ending story." That's what Tesla had become. A story still being written. A journey towards something even bigger. To reach the $5 trillion value, Musk began weaving all of Tesla's projects into one ecosystem. Cars, batteries, AI, robots, solar panels, and software, all connected. He saw Tesla not as separate pieces, but as a living organism, each part feeding the other. A car produced data that improved AI. AI improved driving safety. Energy products powered homes and factories. Factories built better batteries. The cycle never stopped. That's how Tesla transformed from an automaker into a technology empire. Every product supported another, creating a loop of innovation that grew stronger with time. And that loop was the foundation of the company's trillion-dollar dream. By now, the Tesla comeback had become more than business. It was philosophy. It taught the world that progress is born from persistence, that failure is fuel, and that leadership means leading from the front, even when you're tired, even when you're afraid. Elon Musk embodied that truth every single day. He wasn't a perfect man, but he was a relentless one. He pushed beyond reason, beyond comfort, beyond limits. And because of that, Tesla became unstoppable. People began to ask, what's next? If Tesla could revolutionize cars and energy, what other worlds could it touch? Musk's answer was simple. All of them. Transportation, energy, artificial intelligence, robotics, the boundaries between them began to disappear. That's when Tesla became more than a company. It became an idea, a belief in possibility itself. And that belief is what drives the dream of a $5 trillion value forward. The road to greatness never really ends. It just changes its scenery. And for Elon Musk, that road continues through innovation, risk, and relentless motion. The Tesla comeback that began as a fight for survival has now become a blueprint for human ambition, a story that every entrepreneur, dreamer, and believer carries inside them. When Musk looks at Tesla today, he doesn't just see a company. He sees a living, breathing force, a symbol of what happens when vision meets courage. He often says, it's not about the money, it's about the mission. And that mission is far from over. Tesla is expanding in every direction. Electric trucks are entering highways. Semi-autonomous taxis are testing roads. Solar energy is powering homes, and batteries are running cities. Step by step, the world is transforming. And behind it all is a simple, stubborn dream to create a sustainable planet. People often forget how fragile this planet is. They argue about markets, politics, profits. But Elon Musk reminds everyone that we have one home, and Tesla is fighting to keep it alive. Every new car, every new factory, every new idea pushes that vision forward. The dream of a $5 trillion value isn't about numbers, it's about proof. Proof that doing good can also be good business, that you can make billions without burning the planet, that progress and profit can live together, that leadership can be visionary and practical at the same time. Under Elon Musk's leadership, Tesla has become more than an enterprise. It's become a philosophy, a call to action for the human race, to think bigger, to act faster, to dream harder. Inside Tesla's walls, teams work around the clock. Some days are tough, some nights are endless, but the spirit never dies. Every engineer, every designer, every coder knows they're not just building cars, they're building the future. That shared sense of purpose is what fuels the company from within. And Musk? He's still restless, still questioning, still pushing, still imagining what's next. He looks at Mars and sees another planet waiting to be powered by solar energy. He looks at Earth and sees millions of homes waiting for light that never runs out. For him, the job isn't done, it's barely begun. What makes this story powerful isn't just Tesla's success, it's the humanity behind it. The failures, the fear, the risk, and the rise. Because every great comeback begins with doubt, and every great leader starts as a dreamer. When Musk faced bankruptcy, he didn't ask, "Why me?" He asked, "What next?" That question became his secret weapon. It turned pain into possibility. It turned breakdowns into breakthroughs. And now, standing in the spotlight of history, Tesla reminds us that every setback is a setup for something greater. That no matter how far you fall, you can rise again, stronger, smarter, and braver. The Tesla comeback, the Elon Musk leadership, and the vision of a $5 trillion value are all parts of the same story, a story of endurance, of refusing to quit when quitting was the easiest choice, of finding light in the darkest hour and using it to guide the world forward. So, what comes next? Perhaps full self-driving cars that rewrite transportation. Maybe homes powered entirely by sunlight. Maybe a global Tesla network that connects energy, mobility, and intelligence into one living system. Whatever it is, it will carry the same signature: bold, fearless, revolutionary. Because that's the Tesla way. That's the Musk way. That's the comeback spirit that changed the world. And you, listening right now, you're part of it too. Every time you choose innovation over fear, every time you choose effort over excuses, you carry the same energy that built Tesla. You carry the same fire that fuels Musk's journey. The world needs dreamers who act. It needs believers who build. And that's what this story is really about. So as we close this chapter, remember, the Tesla comeback is not over. It's still unfolding, every day, in every invention, in every person who dares to believe that impossible things can be done. Tesla's road to a $5 trillion value may take time. It may twist, turn, and challenge the limits of possibility. But one thing is certain: it will never stop. Because the man behind it will never stop. And neither should you. If this story inspired you, if it reminded you to keep fighting, to keep dreaming, to never give up, then let it stay in your heart. Because that's how change begins, with belief. So, my friend, before you go, if you enjoyed this story, if you felt the power of this comeback, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell so you never miss another story that moves your mind and strengthens your spirit. Thank you for listening, for learning, and for believing. This was Elon Musk's greatest comeback, Tesla to $5 trillion. And remember, every great story starts with a dream, but it only becomes real when someone refuses to quit.